It's your boy Evie. You're watching Evie Family ENT. And if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, so you could become part of Evie's family. Now that we already heard Guilty Conscience 1, you have a good idea of it. You never saw the video before. You never saw the video, which is crazy to me. Now you can actually get, I like this one better. Well, I don't know if I like it better yet, but personally, I like what it's talking about more than the first one. I just am more familiar with the first one. Okay. But the reason I like this one more is because it gives you a better understanding between M and Shady, which I think you, if anyone needs to know that, you're the perfect person that needs to know the difference because you didn't grow up listening to M.
Right.
Because you're a juggalo.
Whoop, whoop.
Right. So, if you guys are ready, let's get it and let's go.
Well,
I think you're gonna like this one, Zach.
I know, right? It's beautiful.
I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah, you happy now, bitch?
Yup.
All right, you got what you wanted.
Yeah. What?
Let me go.
Never.
Why does it feel like I'm always being tortured? The bad apple spoils the whole orchard. Used to read comic books to learn more words, cause deep down I'm a dork, just a core nerd. Meaning nerd to the core, till I'm cornered. Then I'm the coroner. What shot is this? First, second?
It's your third.
Vision is more blurred, speech is more slurred. Can't even form words. It's like a dream up inside of a dream. I'm trapped in this worse than I could have imagined. It's madness. Can't wake up, try my damnedest, but old habits are coming back. And now transgenders attack us frontwards and backwards. They laugh and throw midgets at us.
This ain't no dream now, huh? See what I mean now? You see how? They're trying to make me out to be some kind of mean, vile, obscene, foul prick. I kick one freestyle by beating down a special needs child, and these people freak out.
Told you we get.
Yeah. Already, dude. Already. Yeah.
Fast.
I didn't even want to stop it. You guys know I want to keep going. But
fast.
What do you think so far from the first
Well,
one?
he's saying you're saying I'm fucking crazy, but these motherfuckers out here in the world are crazy.
Fact. Big fact.
That's basically what he's saying.
Facts. And I'm not even gonna lie, like when I first heard this, or even the whole album, I was so confused on M talking about this. Because M, like, he doesn't, I don't know, for such a long period of time, I understand that this is core M, and that's why it's dope that Shady's back or whatever. But, like, M has never been scared to speak out, but he's also been very quiet on all these topics for a very long time. And then he's had a lot of political views that were very, like, aligning with everything that he's talking about now. So when he came out and put this shit in the song, that was like it caught me off guard, and I thought it was fire. I love the fact that he's speaking out.
Well, I mean, at certain points, things have to be said.
Yeah.
And
like,
I think
enough is enough.
M is at a point in his career to where he could say whatever he needs to and not lose any sleep, money, anything like that.
Well, what I think the dopest part of it all is you know, there's been a lot of artists that have come out and said whatever against the woke stuff and blah blah blah, and then we had that whole era of the cancel culture, and like M kind of, he just stayed back from it. I mean, he has had he has a song called Tone Deaf going at cancel culture and all this shit, but at the end of the day, he's like a giant stomping on everybody, saying you might be able to shut up most of the world, but the one person you can't stop is Slim Shady. No matter what I want to say, and it's because of what we were talking about in the last, not the Guilty Conscience one, but the song before that, in Renaissance, when we were talking about the fact that Shady actually works positive for M, like it doesn't work in a negative way, because that's how he built his career off. I think that's dope, because it's like a big fuck you to everyone, because it's like, what are you going to do to me? You can't ever fucking stop me or shut me up because I'm Shady. And that's what made me. So I'm going to go as far as I can.
Right. And there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Right. So I think he's realizing this, and that he can do his crazy shit still and not have to worry about, I mean, he's co-owner of a major label that runs fucking the Shade Room, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there is nothing that's going to happen where people are just going to be like, oh, I'm not listening anymore. You know, I'm not downloading. I'm not buying that album.
I think that this album is.
I'm not listening to Sway no more. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't happening.
Yeah, like he's his own. He makes his own rules. There is no one that's going to tell him anything.
Right.
And that's just fire to me.
And I think that's a great thing because artists should not be held back.
Exactly.
Ever.
And I
don't care what you're spouting. You know what I'm saying? You could do the things that I don't agree with, and I'm okay with that. I implore you to do so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It all comes down to the free speech. That's the part I'm talking about too. I just think I think this is empowering for hip hop in general because it's like a statement being made.
Comedy went through the same thing.
Yeah, and
you know, and now comedians are coming back, getting a lot more edgier and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It swings all the way, like it's swinging all the way back. It's like a
pendulum. It's absolute pendulum. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and I just think it's dope that he did that, especially, and then to put it in a song, and it made it that much bigger when he put it into a song as big as Guilty Conscience, and then put it between him and Shady. Like, that's a big mark for anyone that knows M or is a fan or a stan of M. That's like a big thing. That'd be in comparison to like Fago or the Hatchet for Juggalos. You know, like that's like his core fucking thing. So it just brought.
That's a terrible analogy, but I do understand what you're saying.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a terrible analogy, but I do understand what you're saying. And it's him talking to himself, Marshall Mathers, talking to Slim Shady.
Right.
Basically, he's not talking to himself. He's talking
at him.
They're talking to each other.
Yes. Yeah.
Through his brain.
Through his conscience.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's go.
Or nerd, then I'm the coroner. What shot is this? First, second, it's your third. Vision is more blurred, speech is more slurred. Can't even form words. It's like a dream up inside of a dream. I'm trapped in this worse than I could have imagined. It's madness. Can't wake up, try my damnedest, but old habits are coming back. And now transgenders attack us frontwards and backwards. They laugh and throw midgets at us.
This ain't no dream now, huh? See what I mean now? You see how? They're trying to make me out
and
to
see
be
that
shady. Obscene foul prick. I kick one freestyle by beating down a special needs child, and these people freak out.
And right before, I know I'm not going to pause it. I'm not going to go on a long rant. All I'm simply saying is, Sack, to you, this is when he switches that voice, that's Slim Shady. I just wanted you to know that.
Yeah, no, you can tell it sounds like it almost like over a telephone.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. Okay, now I'm playing it.
See what I mean now? You see how they're trying to make me out to be some kind of mean obscene foul prick. I kick one freestyle by beating down a special needs child, and these people freak out.
Told you we get slaughtered for saying retarded.
Oh, Marshall's getting no content. This may come as a shock. I have you astonished regardless. Here's the thing about retarded people.
What?
They don't fucking know they're retarded.
Well, okay, you want a fat shame, bitch. Two can play that game.
What?
You want to judge people.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, ain't you the same one who hated bullies calling you bad names?
Yep.
Then you turn around and did the exact same.
So?
Just immature and literally you're still mentally 13 and so thirsty for some controversy. You're still picking on Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, but you're me and we're a team, so that means
That's fucked
we're in
up.
cahoots. That's conspiracy to commit murder. Lyrically, so clearly, you're the accessory, like jewelry. You ain't the judge of the jury, you're just as guilty.
You rip on paraplegics, man. Seriously?
Oh,
You ain't the justice, the guilty, the jury, the judge, the executioner. You ain't none of them judgy court words. Oh, trust me, I know all.
I love the
all the court
conversation
bars.
between himself because at some point you have to have this conversation, right? He's trying to belittle Slim Shady into just giving up.
Right.
Oh, you're 13, you're still immature, blah, 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 you know. And for the most part, when trauma happens to a person, sometimes you get stuck in that age for the rest of your life.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real scientific shit.
Yeah.
So I could see him having that conversation with him, like, should I continue doing this? No, you're a fucking grown man. Yeah, but I still got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So you would have that struggle back and forth. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. And Russ, I agree. Same with me, because I think on the first listen, I didn't really understand. I mean, I've heard this song a lot ever since. Yeah, understand. But no, I didn't really understand. I kind of thought the same thing because Russ said it took me a minute to catch that this is him talking to himself rather than society. This is more of like a cutting into your inner, like your trauma, your past, like emotionally, your core, and you're trying.
It's like a therapist trying to get to why are you fucking acting like this?
Right.
You know,
it's like you're still 13.
Yeah.
Living that dream.
Yeah, exactly. You're still stuck in that same spot. But then that takes me back to what I've been saying the entire time, and I was trying to explain to you, or ask you earlier, and to all of you guys that I've always said this whole time with this song is like the fact that he can go back in time to that exact place, because people that have been traumatized, like you just said, they get stuck in. Sometimes they could get stuck in that they live this like one type of life, and they're stuck in this mindset, and they don't have time to grow because they're stuck in from their trauma for so long that you kind of forget how to be yourself, and you don't know really, you forget how to grow, or but what he's doing is he's able to go from him to this time in his past and write it as perfect. He can
Eminem's never been married as well, right? No. He's never been married, right?
I think he was married.
Well, he's married to Kim for a second, but he's
after that.
No.
But I think that he's just trying to like let it out still.
So Kim for him, because Kim for him, he was still very young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that might be where he's trapped at. You know, it might not be 13 specifically, but it would be like 17, 18, these extremely formidable years. You know what I'm saying? To where he's already kind of rapping, and then all that shit with her went down, right? Then he's kind of like went on that whole I'm a murker type shit, you know? That could have something to play into all that real world trauma shit.
No, I fully agree. I think that's what Shady comes into play on all of that. That's what the Shady persona is. It's like everything all in one.
It's not only Kim, but it was his mom and growing up poor and all that shit.
It's like if you take a bucket of all the bad shit, all like the fucked up shit that really cuts you personal, all your deep dark secrets, all the trauma, all of that, and you put it into one spot, that would be Shady for him, right? That's what his alter ego is. But all I'm saying is I feel like that would be hard. There's a lot of people that are traumatized, and they don't even realize they're traumatized. They don't even know their traumas, and it takes counselors and therapists, and sometimes they can't even get through to them.
Sometimes it just comes out in time.
Yeah, but right.
Em has a shit ton of money, so I'm sure he's been to a lot of therapists.
Yeah, I'm just saying it takes a lot of growth and a lot of it's a lot of self-recognition.
I like it, Russ. You're absolutely right.
To be able to notice the differences between you like that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But people can compartmentalize the trauma and ignore it for a time, but many at some point come back to work that ish out. I kind of feel like he has been touching on that over the years repeatedly. Okay. Many never work it out or don't know they have issues. Right. And I think it's cool that he was able to work it out.
Not only that, he became a very successful person.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
And he used it to his advantage.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because he made the most out of being what he is, you know, where he come from, how he, you know, all the dirt, right?
Exactly.
That's impressive as shit, bro.
Right. Yeah, right.
And then he comes from a town where white rappers
my hometown
really, you know, accepted, right? So, stacked on top of that, man, he still had some hurdles to climb. And he touched on it on the last song, not the last song, but the first song off this album, he touched on how his melanin his melanin count ain't enough, you know what I'm saying? So, he's been through some shit.
Right.
You know.
And it's just cool to see that he was still able to self-recognize himself.
Yep.
Yeah, 8 Mile's like right down the fucking street. 8 Mile ain't even I swear I hate when people say 8 Mile, like 8 Mile's like the hood of Detroit. It's Detroit, but 8 Mile is not the fucking hood of Detroit. I mean, it's still fucked up out there.
That shit. They gentrified that shit. No, just kidding.
No, I mean, it's still messed up out there, but it's not it's not any worse than like my hometown, Joy Road. Joy Road's way fucking worse than 8 Mile, 7 Mile, Livernois, fucking Dexter, fucking Brightmoor. Brightmoor is right down the street, and Brightmoor is way worse than any of those places. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But to get back to the actual song, let's get it going. But Savage, you just missed dope conversations about this song. So let's go.
Mentally 13 and so thirsty for some controversy.
No, the fuck I'm not, Greg.
On Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, but you're me, and we're a team, so that means we're in cahoots. That's conspiracy to commit murder. Lyrically, so clearly, you're the accessory, like jewelry. You ain't the judge of the jury, you're just as guilty.
You rip on paraplegics, man, seriously?
Oh, bitch, it's a joke.
No, it's not, it's embarrassing.
Why?
Like David Carradine found with a pair of jeans at his ankles and belt round his larynx.
I know it's a scary scene. They're coming with everything. Little people are trolling me. They're saying they've had it up to here with me.
Oh, hilarious.
Come on.
Nah, do your thing. Fuck deaf people. Yeah.
Well, between me and you, I think they've had it up to here with me too.
The fuck?
Stop.
And then, I didn't even catch that the first time. I thought they've had it up to here with me too. And he's already talking about little people and up to here with me making it comedy. And then he says it again. But when I heard the up to here with me the first time, all I was thinking about was like how he was talking in special ed. I didn't really understand that he was still making the little people joke at the same time. That's dope.
That's what I was laughing at the first time.
No, I know, but I didn't know that he did it twice. So it's cool now. But also the fact, like, and we already just talked about that whole deep concept of it a second ago.
Yeah.
But then the fact that he can add comedy to it, all while rapping and then adding bars and adding like the fucking scheme he had, the justice, executioner, judge, the jury. Like, you know how good you have to be with all of this to be able to fucking put all that combined into one?
Yeah.
That's wild to me. I just think it's, and then right after we heard Guilty Conscience once, and you can hear the fucking difference in the rap immediately. Like you can see the growth.
Yeah. But the writing as Slim is still the same.
That's what I was saying. How the fuck can he do that? How do you go back in time?
He's channeling, because like what he said, he was able to compartmentalize. He's able to compartmentalize.
You gotta talk in the mic.
He's able to compartmentalize that part of his brain. Like that part of his brain is still there. He's able to relive that part of his life.
I know, but
that's why he can write like that and make those connections. Like
yeah,
that.
but yeah, that part may still be there, but he can jump in and out of that. That's not normal. It's not normally you either get stuck in the trauma.
And the thing is, Russ,
you bury it. You don't usually be able to jump in and out of it.
Because he was talking about the schoolyard bullies, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of it, right? So he's just going to go at people no matter what, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's not that he's thumbing his nose at them. He's like, I'm purposely disrespecting you.
Yeah, I think well, he's doing that to add a hint of that's how he got big. That's how Shady came about, with making fun of everyone.
I know that, but that's the point of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that I'm not trying to beat around the bush. I'm not trying to just say that, I'm better than you. I'm saying I'm going to disrespect the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit who it hurts.
Yeah, but that's I'm agreeing with you.
That's a Slim Shady like aspect.
That's the Slim Shady. That's who Slim Shady is. That's the core of Shady. Right. So that he put that. That's why he did that. That's why he put that in there.
Right. Well, because Russ was saying, am I missing something, or he's just thumbing his nose at Norm?
Yeah. No, I'm not talking to you, Zach. I'm agreeing with you. I'm talking to Russ. I'm saying that's why. It's because it brings the core aspect of Shady.
But that's the thing. If he would stick on subject on that, I would think it would be kind of weird. But since he's hitting everybody, I think it's okay.
Right.
Everybody gets it. It don't matter who it is. What makes it okay is everyone gets That's what makes Chappelle so fucking dope. Because he hit everybody, bro, and it didn't matter. We'd all laugh at everything.
Exactly.
And
by the way the state of the world has been, it seems like it's coming back a lot more. Like you said, comedy. I know we've been watching a lot of stand-up comedy, and I've been hearing it in the comedy more, in the music more. But like for a good period of time, we had where it was like the whole world was fucking you went from being able to say any of this stuff. Now you can't say anything. And
Right.
everyone
I mean, y'all
changed.
just called me a motherfucking wizard. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right.
I
But
didn't get
You have
mad
to be able
about
to
it.
make fun of everyone for it to be funny,
Right.
or it's not funny.
no, right.
And if you don't make fun of me, there's something wrong.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we went from a world of talking shit and growing up
Yeah.
from this into like everyone stopped. And so now
Yeah.
this is just bringing a bit of core home on top of bringing the core shady. And then while he's still hitting deep aspects, I just think it's fucking dope that he can do
It
all
is.
that.
It is.
So,
It is.
yeah.
You rip on paraplegics, man. Seriously?
Oh, bitch, it's a joke.
No, it's not. It's embarrassing.
Why?
Like David Carradine found with a pair of jeans at his ankles and belt round his larynx.
I know it's a scary scene. They're coming with everything. Little people are trolling
Telling
me.
me.
They're saying
that
they've
he
had it
got
up to here with me.
Oh, hilarity.
You catch that David Carradine bar?
I don't even know who David Carradine is.
He's a famous actor. He got found in his hotel room with a belt around his neck, with his pants around his ankle.
Mhm.
He was doing the autoerotic asphyxiation thing while he
Oh,
was
that-
jerking his dick.
Wait, oh, that's
And
the
he died.
that's the guy that strangled himself
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
masturbating?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who that is. I just didn't know his name.
Yeah, he had that long hair, kung fu. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Russ,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, yeah, I know him. I just you guys know the fucking people's names. I don't know the damn names, but I know the situations.
Okay,
Most of the
well, that's
time.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
Now you understand even better because it's David Carradine.
Mhm.
And he's
Okay.
talking about the belt around his neck and his pants around his ankles.
right. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that in another song too. He actually had a word. There's a word for that. It's like
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
yeah, asphyxiation. Yeah, because he has a song. It's like on the Shady XV where he's talking about asphyxiation. I strangle myself to death
Yeah.
or something.
Asphyxiation is cutting off your blood or
Your
your
windpipe.
oxygen supply.
Right. That's fucking wild. How do you kill yourself? That's wild. Like that in that type of way. That is wild to me. But I get it. I mean, I don't get it.
He
but
didn't have those.
I
He didn't have
understand
those.
it.
He didn't have those grippy socks on, so he kept slipping. Probably.
That's a
No, it's a
fact.
scary scene. They're coming with everything. Little people are trolling me. They're saying they had it up to here with me.
Oh, hilarity.
Come on.
Nah, do your thing. Fuck deaf people. Yeah.
Well, between me and you, I think they've had it up to here with me too.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm not perfect as you, Marshall.
Punching down on little people?
Yeah.
Not cool.
Well,
What?
You know why he talks like that?
No, but talking to
Because
the mic.
deaf people, like when they talk, they sound like
Yeah, deaf-
Yeah, well, yeah, I knew
That's why
that.
he's talking like that.
I-
He's not just talking about like little people.
Oh my
He's giving
gosh.
it to. He's giving it to everybody.
Why? First off, why are you telling me that? If you want to explain that to all the people that are gonna watch the reaction.
just
I know why he's talking like that. Clearly, yo, that is why. I think that's more fucking wild. Now I feel like you're calling me that. Talking me, I don't know what the fuck that means. Clearly, I know what that means. With me. Ay, ay, ay. I can't believe I paused the track for that. That is
between me
wild.
and you, I think they've had it up to here with me too.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm not perfect as you, Marshall.
Punching down on little people?
Yeah.
Not cool.
Whoops.
You just sound like a dick.
Wait, nah, fool.
What?
When I say fuck midgets, I mean Ja Rule.
Oh.
And I know that Chris Reed's song was recorded in 2004 for Encore.
Yeah.
Fuck you take it off for.
Cause he died.
Man, that motherfucker did that bullshit on purpose
Purpose.
to ruin the song
Called
for
for
us.
it.
Man, I never...
Now, you know what's crazy about that? Okay,
R.I.P. Christopher Reeves.
facts.
He was the best Superman.
But you know what's fun? What's wild about that? And you guys are gonna call me a fucking psychopath. But what's wild about that is there's some parallels in my life that I have felt like that before, where it's like you're literally doing this shit just to fuck with my life. Like the reason there's so much traffic in the world, you guys have nowhere else to go. You guys are only fucking here stopping me from getting from point A to point B because you guys all want to fuck with me.
Someone
No
quick. He
other
just
reason.
found out at the whole world's NPCs. Get him.
Facts. And
Get
so,
him.
so that's what I like about that
Plug
part
him back into the Matrix.
because I can definitely relate with that. Like fucking like Kathy, I'm telling you, she fucking here. She is here. Everything she does is to strictly sabotage me. I'm telling you.
You might
there's-
be right. You might be right, Russ.
there-
I'm an old head too, man. You know, Reeves is definitely the OG. That's facts.
She has an agenda at hand. That is wild.
Encore. Yeah. Fuck you, take it off for. Cause he died. Man, that motherfucker did that
shit
bullshit
on
on purpose to
purpose,
ruin
doing
the
the
song
song
for us.
for us.
Man, I never seen a bigger pussy than you. Bitch, look at all the shit the media's putting me through. What? Cause of all the fuck shit that you pushed me to do. Me? Shoulda knew when I found you, you were just too good to be true. That's how we end up in these quagmires. You said you had my back, liar. But I helped you get your stacks higher. Yeah. That's diamond sales like sapphires. Rat buyers, admirers, peg lines of admirers. Now they say you lack ire. That's why your satire backfires. Flat tires, no longer that guy you were prior to this. Yeah, and not scare you cause I'm who you used to be. Who? The you who didn't crumble under the scrutiny. What? When it was you and me. Yeah. I gave you power to use me as an excuse to be evil. I know. You created me to say everything you didn't have the balls to say. What you were thinking, but in a more diabolic way. You fed me pills in a bottle of alcohol a day. Okay. Made me too strong for you and lost control of me. You're right. I took over you totally. You were socially awkward till you molded me. Yeah. You was a loner or nobody. Cause of me, you didn't take shit from nobody. Now look at you. What? Now you're just a punk, little scaredy cat. Word? Got you shook like Shakira's ass. Yeah. So look at your reflection staring back. Bitch, it's just a mirror, relax. Man, you're so full of shit. You need Miralax. Open your mouth and shit flies out. Just lies. You thinking you can whip my ass, undo these zip ties. You can just undo my feet and keep my hands tied. Cause like an avalanche, I'd still win by a landslide. Oh, you think so, bitch? Yeah, I know so. Okay, your hands and feet, I let them both go. Yeah, something now. Give me that gun. No, don't. Rear naked chokehold. Let me go, yo. Here, take it, bozo. Yeah. Queer bait, you homo. Ready? Yo, don't shoot. Here we go. Bro, no. Now say you're sorry. And you didn't mean any of it. I'm sorry, Marcel's a pussy. He's Dre and Jimmy's puppet. Sorry, he gives a fuck, but pretends he doesn't. Alright, you piece of shit, that does it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Wait. Bitch, this is for him. What? Christopher MGK, Nick and for Limp Biscuit and them midgets and Ben. Zeno in addition to him. Will Smith in the cannabis. If you're listening, this is the end. Okay, so to Jamar and Ja Rule and to all my feuds, including mine, I'm welcoming you to my last hurrah. I bid you goodbye. Come on, man, don't murder, do this. Suicide, kill shot, booyaka, cocksucker, coup de grace, motherfucker.
Couldn't stop it. There's no way. Like, that was his inner fucking core of everything, and that's basically Eminem like feeling.
Hey, that's repentance right there.
Yeah, like he's zoning in on himself and all the shit he's buried in. Like, cause he's always going at these people, and then he's winning these fucking things, and he's always talking shit. But that's him reflecting on himself. Like, I'm holding all this in, and he's letting it all out. And then what? But he also did that. Remind y'all, he's talking about all his deep emotion, all the stuff he's left inside of him. He's going back and forth between 2001, 1999, him with a fucking alter ego. He's rapping bars, he's rapping rhyme schemes, metaphors, all in here. On top of, he just built a whole fucking movie for you and played that shit out in a rap. Like, you can vision every single thing right there. Like, they're actually fighting. He's fucking wrestling with them. He's trying to grab the gun from them. Like, you can vision this like a movie.
Yeah, he tells a story.
Yeah, that's not just telling the story. Like, he's visually giving you a story through the words. On top of
painting the picture.
Right, but on top of everything fucking else he's been doing in this track. I feel like that's fucking hard as hell to do.
It is. Like, no one else is doing that.
Like, I don't know. I want to make that known that that's wild.
Themselves. There are people who have been talking to themselves in music for a long time, and it's cool. I love these types of tracks.
Yes.
Complete did one. It's called Jordan. Who else did one?
I'm just giving credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
That's all.
NF talked to himself.
Yes, I love
Intro
NF.
3. Right.
No, I love
the way these songs are written because they're rare. Right. Yeah. They're very rare to when someone can introspectively look inside themselves and be honest with themselves.
Right.
You know, it's hard to be honest with yourself at times. We all know this. So to be able to come out on a track like this and be brutally honest on both sides.
Yeah, but now take that, because now you're specifying it to one thing. I'm saying he's doing that plus this, plus this, plus this. He's doing like 15 different things at one time in this song.
Which makes it what I'm fucking talking about.
Right, but I'm saying, but
I'm not disagreeing with you that he's got great fucking multi-syllable rhyme schemes.
Like everything he's doing.
He hit the bridge fucking hella dope. I love the way he hit the bridge in that. There's just,
I'm just saying this
it's all
mastery.
A total package.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a total package. And I think being able to be able to write like this and write songs like this, it takes an actual artist, not just a rapper.
Right.
But that's
you know what I'm saying.
He is like an actual, because he's like painting a picture too.
Yes, that's literally what I was saying the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
And I just said it too.
You guys just took what I said and said it in a different way. I don't know why to make it.
Because your way sucks.
No, my way. I'm actually explaining it. You guys took it and fucking tried to simple it down into he's doing this one fucking thing to shout out one main thing that he's doing that makes it cool, and you're putting him on the same type of level as all these other artists that do that.
So much.
But no.
After I explain the first thing, you start talking again.
No, what I'm saying,
because I explained one thing, the writing process.
No, what I'm saying though, Zach, what I'm saying is that's exactly what I was saying, and I was giving him credit from all the different things he's doing on the track. And then you started bringing up people like NF. I love NF. NF is ask her. I listen to NF 24/7, but
you're acting like he's the only person to do a record like this. He's not.
No, I think he's the only person to do a record like this, plus all the fucking 15 other things he added into this track.
Ren did High Ren. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yes, but Ren's High.
That you look introspectively to.
No, Ren, you're simplifying it. Ren's High Ren. I've heard High Ren. I've reacted to High Ren. I know every word of that song.
I know, but you're a super stan, bro. So nobody's ever going to compare to this guy.
This has nothing to do with being a super stan. I'm saying, name me another song. Name me another song that is hitting every single check mark in this song. That's going back in time from your past until now. That's using that's using an alter ego.
He was talking about his childhood illnesses.
Oh,
he was being that guy who was still afraid and scared.
Let me finish my list and tell me if High Ren has every single one of these attributes. Every single one. And then we can have this conversation, is all I'm saying. So, like, think of each one. I'll write a fucking list out, okay? And it's got to hit every single one. So, be able to have, does High Ren have multi-syllable, multi-rhyme schemes? Yes, I think it does. Okay, I'm going to go down the whole list. That, on top of bringing what built you up as a person, so your alter ego that you have pushed away for years and years and years of rapping, you bring that up and do that, rap it, write it, sound it, everything about it is the exact same way as it was back in 2001. Be able to put that into there while talking about deep emotional things, traumatic things in your life that you've pushed down, and you're talking to yourself as a therapeutic way of bringing that out, on top of being able to go in and out of the time periods. Like Ren wasn't going in and out of the time period of his childhood. He was just talking about his childhood. He was not able to live that childhood part as like a fucking, when people have what's that shit called?
He was talking about experiences when he was younger.
No, he was
things he had went through.
No, he was talking, but he wasn't acting it out. He wasn't talking like he was that age again. Eminem is literally going back in time and playing that shit out while making a play.
You don't know what he sounded like back then.
Dude, because I listened to him in 2000 when he came out. What do you mean?
He did use two different voices. Ren did.
No, did he sound like his childhood? No. Did he go back in that time and talk like that age, sound like that age, think like that age? But you do with M. That's the thing. With M, you do.
But he did switch his voices. Ren also did.
Bro, it's not as simple as just switching your voices.
Yeah, but
I'm not even doubting High Ren. High Ren is a fire track. I love NF. I love Ren. I'm just saying, no one else has done this.
No, they have, and it's okay.
Not at this level. No, they haven't, bro.
He did it very well.
There's
I'm
no
not
way.
taking anything from this. But there have been many other not many, but there have been other songs that people look introspectively inside
That's
themselves.
not all I'm saying. That's what
Jesus
you keep doing.
Christ.
No, that's what he keeps doing.
That is the main point of this fucking song.
No, I'm not talking about just the main point. I'm talking about that plus all the extra shit too. You keep leaving out the extra shit.
God, bro.
Bro, you got to add on from that.
You just said yourself, Ren had multiple syllable rhyme
bro.
schemes. And he was talking about
one
his childhood.
fucking thing, bro. He's looking at one thing.
These
He's
things
sitting
that
here saying,
trauma
this
has
song
over
isn't
a
the same
period
as
of
this
time
song.
have
because
fucked them
it's got
up.
this one
So
point.
why
They're
wouldn't these
both
trauma
doing the
points
same thing.
be fucking doing the same thing, putting
Yeah.
them in that fucking era where they got fucked up? You know what I'm saying?
Me and you
what
can
you're
both
saying-
fucking
You're both right.
right. And
But,
we're not.
But he's saying the same thing you are saying.
No, I'm
Right.
saying
No,
you
he's
have
saying
to
no
look
one's
into
ever
the
done this before.
specific. You have to look at all the extra shit he did on top of just that main point. You
Right,
guys
even
are
if the
only
story
focused
isn't
on the
about the
main
same
point.
story.
Right, but
because
you
he's
asked him
talking
to
about
find
jumping
a
back
song
before
that
he's
was similar
21.
to what you were asking, and High
He's
Rent is the
talking
most
about-
similar.
I didn't say similar. I
Right.
said better. I said better. You guys are trying to symbolize it
No,
and categorize it.
I didn't.
I'm
I
saying
did it.
there's no song that
give a fuck.
equates to this song. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
what I had
That's my
said.
point.
Nothing compares to Eminem for you. I get it, but
That's
what I
not
had
just
said.
Eminem, bro. Stop doing
what
that. It's
I
not
had
about
said-
Eminem, bro. It's about
What
the song.
I had said is that Eminem is not the only one who's done a song like this. And then you start going crazy about he didn't do this, he didn't do that. And then you just said, yeah, High Rim did have multiple rhyme solo schemes. He did change his voice on the record. You know what I'm saying? What I was saying is that there have been songs made like this in the past, and you're saying no one's done it better. I don't give a fuck who did it better.
My whole
You know what I'm saying? That ain't for me.
No,
to
but the
judge.
whole reason
I said this was good,
bro, the whole
I liked
reason
it. I
that
enjoyed it.
if I could talk, the whole reason this started was because I was making a point, and then you decided to add on to that point by simplifying my point and what I was saying. Like
No,
you
only
did
let
that,
me-
bro. You
only-
brought that up right
you only
after I
let
talked.
me get the first part of my shit out, and then you started fucking talking again, because that's what Evie does,
Yes,
and it's okay. It's okay.
But
You sat
just
there and
read
talked
what
for 10
Russ is
fucking
saying.
minutes. I sit here and listen to you. I say one fucking thing in the sentence, and you start talking again, which is fine. But then you accuse me of not saying, "Oh, he didn't have multiple rhyme schemes. Oh, he did. Oh, he didn't change his voice, but he did." You know what I'm saying? Let me go through my checklist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're
I
But
never
your
once
checklist
said
is what?
this was better than that.
Checklist is
I
what?
never once said, you know,
It-
I never once said any one person did it better than any other person. The
No,
only
but-
thing I said
but that's
is there
what-
have been tracks made like this before.
all I'm saying is that like it was the time and place of the sentence, right? What
Look,
I'm
Russ said, "LOL." If I could talk.
Yeah, right. No, that's why I said read what Russ is saying. What I'm saying is at the time, what I was talking about was there's no one better that has done a song like this. That was my point originally. Before you said anything, that was the point and the stance I was making. You chose to take that point at that time
Yes.
and make it into your own point, whatever, about
Oh, I don't get a point.
the compare. No, you do, but I'm saying,
Okay.
but then there's gonna be pushback, and I'm gonna explain my point and how it's differently, and that's what that is.
But
That's
you
no
only
one
let me
telling
get
you
into
you
one
can't talk,
aspect.
bro. Okay, so what? Overall, I was saying there's no one that does this better to this extent, to this level.
But that's not what I was saying, bro.
Right, so you shouldn't have
What I was
added on
saying-
to what I
what
was
I was
saying.
saying
Time
is
and
that-
place, bro.
There are
Bad.
other songs that were made like this.
Of course. Okay, so that's a totally different topic. So there's
Right.
no point to even fucking have any pushback at all.
Right. So
I'm
why are you
just
pushing
saying-
back? I'm just simply stating that he's not the only one that's done a track like this.
Yeah,
He's
but-
did it very well. I
Beca-
agreed with you on this shit.
because that's not because you didn't just go with your point. You took what I was saying and went on to that. So you took my point and then kept going with it, and then that was changing what I was saying. That's why there's an argument
Didn't
or a
change
debate.
anything.
Right, this is what we
I'm
have arguments
saying-
about all the time.
Yeah, we argue about this all the
It
time
didn't,
because
it didn't change anything
Exactly.
you were saying.
Exactly. Your
It
point is
changed
still
nothing
valid.
of what you were saying.
I
Just adding
understand.
on to what we're
Right, but
adding
You
on
just
to
get
it.
there's
super
no point,
defensive.
No, there was no point
Yeah,
to
you do.
add on
Yeah, you do.
at the time. There's no point
Oh,
to add
oh,
on to it.
oh.
It shouldn't be an add on. It should just be
I
your
don't get
own
to add
fucking
on.
thing. No,
Right.
because you're not
I
making.
don't
you're-
get that.
because
Okay.
you're not making an add on to what I was saying. you're making a counterpoint to what I was saying.
I did not.
Counterpoint.
You were countering it.
No,
for,
he's not. He just adding on to
unless
what
you were
were
saying no one's ever made a track that
Yes,
talks
that's
about
exactly
themselves
what I'm saying.
introspectively,
No.
you're dead fucking wrong.
No, I'm saying
You're
no one.
fucking wrong.
No, I'm saying no one's made a track that they're talking about
That's what
themselves
this track encompasses.
introspectively at the level that he made it on this song specifically. Is
This
what
song
I'm saying.
is what it encompasses. This is what this song is
But
about.
that's not what I'm talking about. That wasn't what I was talking about in the first place. I'm just saying.
You're talking about some technical shit,
yes,
which other people do.
but
You
no,
admitted it yourself. You
I'm
said
saying no one could do it
Ren
better.
did that
I'm
shit.
saying no one to this day has done this a song like
But
this.
that's not what
better.
you were just saying. You were just
That's
saying
what
no
my
one's
whole
ever
point
fucking
was.
done it.
No,
But you said no one ever did it.
Bro, has done it to this extent was my point
But
the
that
entire
was-
time.
But you called my shit a counterpoint
Yes.
when I wasn't making that counterpoint. I wasn't saying Ren's was better. I never said that.
No, you were saying there's other people that done it, and I'm saying you're simplifying it. I'm stating that point. I'm saying yes, he's
But
done
you
it to
even
the
hit
best.
you hit it to the checkpoint too. Ren got multiple syllable rhyme schemes. He changed his voice. He talked introspectively. I mean, it's the same basis for a song.
Right.
Okay,
And it's okay.
all I'm saying is you guys no, because now Kathy got involved in this too. So I'm making my point that, and I see what Russ is saying. A response isn't always a counterpoint, but it's a counterpoint when you're making a response to something that I'm.
No, you took it as a
I'm
counterpoint
putting this
because-
many specifics
took it-
into the fucking point, and if you're broadening it, you're broadening my point. So now it is a response.
We're trying to relate
No.
to what you're saying is what's going
No,
on. We're
because
not
even
disagreeing with
you-
you.
But it's not relating because
you-
it's not on the same level of what I'm
Even
even talking
you-
about. Make it be on the same playing
Even
field.
you started going down the checklist and said, "Yeah,
I
he
did that to show you. Give me a list of everything
was-
that High Ren
that's-
hit that this song hit.
That's your checklist.
No, I was not done with my checklist. I said about 15 fucking things. I could keep going, but now we get the point of it. Like
You said he equated it to when he was 21, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
That's
you
not,
did.
no, take my word specific. I said that he went back into that time period of his life. Like
Right.
he literally channeled his 21-year-old self and
Cool.
acted like that, talked like that, sounded like that, wrote the same way that he would when he was 21. Ren did not do that. So
Do
there's
you
a
know
difference
how
there.
Ren wrote back when he was a child?
Yeah, no, we
don't.
don't. But
We don't.
but we do
But we
know how
don't.
M did. So your point doesn't matter
Right.
because we don't know. But now you're assuming
Right.
that
No, no, no,
that
no, no,
he
no.
did. But we know
That is one.
factually
That is
M
one
did.
aspect of the song, and
Bro.
I understand your point. I understand
He's
your
like
point.
going in
how he
circles,
was
going round and roundabout.
No, I'm fucking not, dude. I understand your point. How the fuck is that going round and round? I understand your point. What you're saying is that M acted like his younger self, which is great.
No, I said he became his younger self. Is what I'm saying. He literally became his younger self, and I think it's wild that he's able to do that. That was my whole entire point from the get go. I've been saying that for the past 5 fucking songs, 3 songs. He literally became his 21-year-old self. Name another artist that has done that, because I witnessed him do that, and I think that's insane that he can do that. I think it's dope, but it's not even about M. It could be motherfucking if Ren has done that. Then I'll have the same fucking argument with Ren. If Kathy's done it, I'll have the same argument as Kathy. But I don't know anyone else that has fucking done that.
If that's the only part of the checklist that you're putting this on, is that I will give it to you.
Yes, that's
He's the
exactly
only one
the
who's
part
done that we know of, right?
Yes,
but we still have the content from Complete and Ren and all those artists that's done that. They've came from a place of youth. You know what I'm saying? Those were childhood affecting.
I'm talking about Russ. I'm talking
And
about
they were rapping as weak, feeble, scared children.
yeah.
You know what I'm
but-
saying?
No, I'm talking
To
about
themselves that now as an adult saying you need to get over this shit.
no. I'm talking. I'm talking
Right?
about being.
So even though
able-
I understand what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying.
no, Russ doesn't now. Is what I'm saying.
Right. Because he was able to play the part of his younger
Yes.
self.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It is an incredible feat. I will not take that from you.
That was
And
not-
I told you that this song was fire. Did I
Yes.
not?
Okay.
I'm just saying that was my whole point.
My whole point is that he's not the only one to write a song like this. And we're both right.
I understand. Yes, I get that. I fully understand. I'm just saying I thought it was
and all I
crazy
was saying
time
is
and
I
place.
love it when an artist can look inside themselves and be fucking honest with themselves, because that's like the hardest fucking thing to do. And then on top of that, put it out for the fucking world to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's the fucking nail in the coffin, because it's one thing to sit there in the mirror and talk to yourself, right? But then it's another thing to put it on fucking wax and let everybody hear it.
Yes.
You know?
Right. Okay. So
that's vulnerability max.
So to take this shit, to get this shit so everyone here is on the same page, right? And the reaction too. Basically, me and him we don't disagree with each other. Yeah. I'm simply my whole issue about it.
He is staying and he get emotional.
No, it's not. I'm not emotional at all. I argue like this 24/7. Ask Kathy. This is me.
This is why we can argue. This is the exact same thing that happens between us.
But there's no emotion. I have no ties to M. I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. But I argue my point.
Every time we get together though to do these,
my point.
It's so funny, man.
I swear.
Like,
we always
can sit there. We can sit there and listen to music all night long on my Friday night shit and say what we like and don't like about it and move on real quick. When we do ICP Eminem shit, it gets crazy.
Wild every time.
It gets fucking crazy. I love it. I fucking absolutely
do too.
love it.
But that's because
I love arguing my point too.
Right. Like I like being I like when someone's able to like be to the core of them and stick to their fucking word and stick to what they're saying and be able to defend that and battle that. I'm not just going to give in on what I'm saying.
Neither are we.
Exactly.
We're saying.
Right. And that's why I argue like this 24/7.
Right. But you can't assume that the other person's wrong because we're not disagreeing with you. That we're saying.
I never said you got. Well, no, I am saying you guys are wrong because because of that. No, but that's because of that one.
I'm not technically wrong because I said it was dope. Yeah, and I also conceded. I also conceded.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
That he's probably, I can't say out of all music, but he's probably the only one to ever play that exact role.
And that's what I was talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Specifically, yes.
But that's not to take away from the other artists that came from that place, even though they may have not, changed their voice to a younger style or whatever it may be, or change their writing to a younger style of writing.
No, you're right. You're right. I agree with you
but
wholeheartedly.
They still are coming from that same place.
I understand that.
Right.
I'm just saying.
That's all I was saying.
I get that. I get that. Now to look at Kathy because she's over here looking confused.
I'm not confused.
No, what I'm saying. Here's the thing though. The reason why that's going to become such a big thing is because the way when I didn't bring any of these other artists in. So there was no comparison at all to any artist. Get your ass down. There was no
comparison.
Because there is no comparison. So what I'm saying is the point to bring other artists into it, it doesn't fit. It doesn't matter if you're agreeing or disagreeing. There's no point to even bring them into the conversation because they don't have everything on the checklist because they don't have that one part.
We already figured it out.
I know. I'm explaining it to Kathy.
Right. It's just one little piece, and I don't think that makes the whole thing. You're going to discount everybody else's shit because they left out one little piece of.
I never even talked about anyone else. I was only talking about him.
Yes.
You guys.
But you say he's the best to ever. He's the only one to ever do this.
I said he's the only one to ever do this specifically. A track like this. I'm not talking in general overall. I'm talking specifically this track. He's the only one factually to ever do it.
I think we're coming once again. Like we normally fucking do.
We're talking from the same spot. Yeah.
We're coming to the same conclusion from two fucking different ways, and that's fine.
Exactly.
It's okay. I'm not going to concede that this is the best record I've ever heard, even from Eminem.
Oh, I'm not. Hey, I was not saying that either.
But
I gotta make that point.
I liked it, and I liked it because the introspectiveness.
Yes.
Being able to talk to yourself is a huge fucking thing, man.
I agree. And
we're the only ones that can talk ourselves out of shit and fucking belittle ourselves that really make a fucking difference. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And so do you see how we can come? You see this, babe? You see how me and him can come to an endpoint and understand that we see it differently, but we're basically
that's what I try
talking
to
about
tell you
the
all the
same
time.
opinion. No, your ass she be arguing just wrong shit. She's just fucking wrong on a whole different stratosphere, and she will never let it go.
Russ.
And
It just
I'm
took
the
90
fucking
minutes. Facts.
king of this shit because I can argue
Facts.
from sun up to sundown to fucking.
And the only thing I had to
come
really
down.
concede is that the way he
come
did
out.
his younger
Pause.
shady self. I do believe that was brilliant. It probably did set this apart in my opinion of the other tracks. But but what it boiled down to me is that he was able to look inside himself,
Yes.
inside his heart, and really speak how he felt. And that
Right.
is fucking so important, dude. It's so important to the fucking world. Not just me, not just you, to everyone who hears it. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say, look, man, we've all done some crazy shit in our life. We need to be able to accept that shit and move on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
that's the coolest shit, man.
Right. And I was just writing, I figured that, Russ, because of the way you were explaining the situation in the chat, because I was reading it at the same time during that back and forth. And I think Russ was taking everything that me and him were both saying, but putting it in a way that's not like a disagreement. Like he was like saying it better because he can speak it out better. Because I'm not really good at like speaking my point specifically. I am, but I'm not because people don't fucking understand it ever half the time when I'm saying what I'm saying.
Hey, don't take nothing away from my dude EV. He went to school in Detroit.
Big bad. But that's not why. And it's not because I talk like this either. Fuck you. Yeah, you did. You said you didn't understand what the fuck this is. This, that. Wild. Fucking wild.
Hey, EV.
deaf
Hey,
people.
EV, man.
I did
You're
not even say
fucking...
anything about you like that. Who the fuck?